Yo guys, so today is Premier League predictions. Hopefully like this type of video. Yeah. So anyways, as you can see, the 15 is kind of blocked out. I don't know what that is. It's not blocked out in the photo on my phone because you could just send a PlayStation screenshot. Then it kind of blurs out the 15 a little bit. But yeah, you won't see the whole table first, so get added in bit by bit. Then I'll do my Champions League predictions as well, my Europa League, and maybe if people would like, I could do my La Liga and Serie A predictions as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it, lads, and yeah. As you can see, guys, my 20th place in the Premier League for my Prem predictions is obviously Watford. I just don't think that. I don't think Watford have an awful squad. I think they might go down, come back up next year. Who knows? It seems like that. It's kind of been like a yo-yo for the Prem at the moment, where two go down and two that went down, two come up, and then it's a different team. Um, so it's not really competitive that much in way of relegation battles. It's kind of just four or five teams that are fighting for relegation. It's mostly four teams, maybe you have the odd fifth team, as we were saying, and it's kind of just like relegation's wrapped up in the last uh, 2, 3 matches, where it used to be could be 8 teams fighting for relegation. You lose the match, you're relegated. Um, so it's not really that competitive edge down the relegation zone. Obviously at the bottom, I just don't think Watford have the squad for this year. Obviously, the quality compared to the Prem at the moment. Obviously, with many teams making big signings. Um, Obviously, like United with Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, which at the time of recording is still not announced, which is an absolute joke. So yeah, I think Watford will. My 19th place is obviously what Norwich. Why did I say Watford again? 19th place. I think could be very tight between Norwich and Watford. I just think Norwich. They obviously won the championship, got promoted to the Prem, and I don't know. I feel like Watford have a little bit of fight. It won't be like certain for the first couple of how to put months of the season. Then middle of the season, you kind of see them scraping around, and then you kind of see them drop in that area. I just don't think. I think Norwich are a yo-yo team. At first you might think, oh, Norwich could stay up this year, but once you think of the quality in the Premier League, yeah, I think Norwich are starting to go down again, in my opinion. Which is a shame because you kind of want to see those new teams want to be brought into the Premier League. You don't want to be seeing kind of same 17 teams and 3 teams going down. If you get me, we're kind of used to seeing that for a long while now. Kind of just rotates between like 4 teams, like 2 teams going up, 2 teams going down, then maybe one different one. Um, but yeah, North going down for me, 19th place. Well, 18th place. This may come as a big shock to people, and I don't think. I think this is kind of a wild card here. This could either be massively wrong. This could be spot on. Is Southampton to go down? I think Southampton obviously just lost Yannick Vestergaard to Leicester. Lost Ryan Bertrand to Leicester. People aren't speaking about that enough. 2 key defenders for their team, and Danny Ings obviously the most prolific goal scorer. And I think that could be a big problem for Southampton. I think they haven't got they haven't got signs in to back them up yet, and I think that could be a big worry for Southampton. The whole left side is cut off. I think Yannick Vestergaard's left centre back. I think so. The whole left side of their defence gone, and they haven't got centre back replacement yet as we speak. Um, Left back replacement. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to double check. But yeah, Ryan Bertrand's at the club for so many years, and he's prolific for them. Really, he's great left back for them, great servant for them, if you get me. But yeah, I think that's a big shock. I think it could either be obviously Southampton go down or the team that I'm about to hear. Yeah, but Southampton 18th. Now, this is the team I was talking about, that it could either be Southampton or this team. I think it's Brentford. I think people are massively, massively over in Brentford. I think Brentford obviously play fantastic football and very good to watch. Same kind of way Leeds are fantastic to watch. I just don't think they're all as everyone's trying to make them out to be. Some people are trying to say Brentford's going to finish 12th, 15th. I think they're going to finish 17th, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to get relegated. I think it's going to be a tricky season at the start for them. Obviously, first season ever in the Premier League. Um, could turn out the way it happened for Sheffield United for the first season in the Premier League. And I think it's kind of these teams in the Premier League that play nice, pleasing on the eye football, because let's be honest, there's you kind of get bored that at United. You know what I mean? With some managers we've had in recent years, but Ivan Toney could either be massive. He could either get 20 plus goals, maybe 15 plus, or he could be a massive flop. According to some people, I don't think he will flop. I think I think he'll do quite well for Brentford. I don't think he'll be obviously Gordon Boo. Um, Obviously not. I just think he'd be a decent enough striker. So yeah, Brentford 17th. The next team I have at 16th place is Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace. Now, I do think that Patrick Vieira is going to get sacked. I think it's going to get to December, January, and they're going to be in one of the relegation zones, spots, sorry. And I think he'll get sacked. I think Crystal Palace will stay up. Yeah, I think they'll stay up. Not that convincingly though. But they'll stay up. Not much else to say. Crystal Palace 16th place. They'll stay up. Next out up in 15th place is Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, they always find a way to stay up for some reason. Obviously, they struggle a lot during the season. Obviously, with Steve Bruce, I think it was 10 games they went without a win or a draw, which is shocking. But, no, I think it would be kind of a sticky kind of first couple of 6 months, first couple of, not couple, but like, you know what I mean, 6 months of Premier League season. I think loads of teams would drop into those three relegation spots very fluently. But I do think Newcastle stay up 15th place. Won't be pretty, but same with next team. They have two similarities, I guess. Newcastle 15th place. And I think at 14th is going to be obviously Sean Dyche's Burnley. I think obviously Burnley don't play the best style of football. Don't think we all find it amazing. We don't really find it entertaining either, but it gets the job done for Burnley anyways. Obviously Burnley, not really many major incomings. It's Burnley, that's what happens. Brownhill, he could be shocker really, in a good way this season. He's been good in pre-season, so he can get a few games in for Sean Dyche's Burnley this season. Maybe get a few goals, maybe do well in fantasy, because I have him on the bench of my fantasy team because he's 4.5 million, because I saw him doing well in pre-season. But yeah, I think they will get 15th. 14th, sorry. Now, 13th place, obviously, table's moved now because we're going up table. I think it's going to be Brighton. I think, obviously, Graham Potter is a pretty decent manager. He tries to play a certain side of football with Brighton, obviously. Doesn't have the criteria players who probably want to play that style of football, but he still gets the job done. I think Brighton won't have any struggles this season. Losing Ben White won't be that much of a hindrance to them, I don't think. The manager without him, when they sent him out on loan many times to Leeds, I don't think they'll struggle. I think that just 50 million in the pocket, thanks Arsenal, boom. Doesn't mean he won't be a bad sign for Arsenal though. I'll get onto that. But yeah, I think comfortable 13th for Brighton. Now, I spent a long while thinking on this one now. Obviously these last 12 positions, and they're pretty difficult because obviously teams were pretty close last season, teams get new signings in, but I've gone for Wolves at 12th. I think Jimenez would be a boost for them. I don't think he'll be not as good as he was. I just don't think he'll be as big as an impact that Wolves would need him to be to push for European spots this season. Obviously Fabio Silva gets another season under the belt. Now he gets to properly settle in. He won't be forced to play Premier League matches. I'll say Trincao comes in on loan for Barcelona. with an option to buy. He looks very promising. Yeah, it could be a promising season for Wolves. Maybe hope for a European spot, but I don't think they will get that European spot. So obviously, 12th place, Wolves. Now, at 11th place, it's might come as a shocker to people, but I think it's going to be West Ham. I think West Ham are going to be overloaded by Europa League games. I think managing that, the league, FA Cup, possibly Carabao Cup, I think it's going to be a struggle for them. They don't really have a big squad. I think Jesse Lingard helped them a lot last season. And obviously he's not going back to West Ham. So yeah, I think it's a shocker for most people. This would be, but I honestly, I think West Ham. I honestly think West Ham won't get European football again. Um, but that doesn't mean that it's a horrendous season. Enjoy the experience, West Ham. They might. If I was West Ham fan, first time in a long while. This is not even slagging you. I I was happy for you in a way. Anyways, you near close enough to Champions League football near the end, weren't you? Top four for a while. But yeah, I'd say 11th West Ham. Now in 10th place, I have Everton. I think Rafa Benitez is actually going to do pretty okay with the team. I don't think he's going to do spectacular. He's obviously got two signings, winger signings of Demarai Gray and Andros Townsend, which are surprising signings considering Demarai Gray only left for Bayern Leverkusen in January from Leicester. So that was a shock that he went back. But I don't think there's really much you can say about Everton really. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a great striker. Richarlison um, is a good winger as well. Um, Not much you really say really. Solid defence, Ben Godfrey, obviously Michael Keane, Yerry Mina, Jordan Pickford. We'll have to see. We'll have to see with Jordan Pickford because it was pre-season against United. That was a shaky start. Nearly letting should have saved the Maguire header in my opinion. Gave it straight to Greenwood for the first goal. Dropped the ball obviously off a shot. I think it was Dan James as well. So yeah, I think 10th Everton. Now ultimately, in 9th place, I think it's going to be Leeds. Obviously, you have to take into account. It's not like they have a big squad either. With Llorente, obviously their star sign last summer centre back, to replace Ben White ultimately, who was obviously on loan in Leeds for 2 seasons. He got injured a lot last season. When he was playing defence, they were conceding 0.8 goals per match, I think it was, and then when he wasn't playing, it was 1.8. So where they finish could be really decided on injuries in the defence. Really, Alioski obviously left on a free. I'm not sure who he's gone to. I think it might have been Galatasaray. I'm not 100% sure if he's even signed for a club yet. Obviously they've signed a new goalkeeper. Who's that again? They signed a new goalkeeper anyways. But yeah, Leeds, obviously brilliant football. Patrick Bamford, I think he's going to have a good season again. I think he needs to capitalise on his chances more. I think he's one of the top players in the league for most big chances missed. But yeah, I think Leeds, they're going to be fighting for European spots. I don't think they will get European spots. But yeah, I don't see them being any lower than 10th. Leeds United, 9th place. Now in 8th place, who I think is going to marginally miss out on European football, is going to be Tottenham Hotspur. I think it really depends on if Harry Kane stays or go. I'm basing this off if Harry Kane goes. 8th place, I think Tottenham will finish. Fabrizio Romano has said, as I'm speaking, like at the moment I'm speaking of, earlier he tweeted, some breaking news by United. That's shocking. Sorry, just Rafa Varane took part in Man United training today, but they didn't announce it, which is an absolute joke. Obviously that happened. United, absolute joke for club. But yeah, Tottenham Hotspur putting 150 million bid for, preparing 150 million bid for Harry Kane. So it's looking like Harry Kane could be going to Man City, which strengthens their attack even more, which would be unbelievable for them. So I don't see Tottenham getting European football um, without obviously Harry Kane. So Tottenham Hotspur 8th place. Now, in 7th place, who's going to get Conference League football? I think it'll be Aston Villa. I think they're going to have good. Jack Grealish got sold. They made 3 brilliant recruitments, in my opinion. And one, I'm not so sure on, in my opinion, which is Danny Ings, but obviously Emi Buendia, who was brilliant in Championship for Norwich. Got to see glimpses of how good he was in the Premier League, obviously in 2019-20 season. Leon Bailey, Bayer Leverkusen player, can play left wing or right wing. He's a great sign in my opinion. Obviously, very rotation player. Not rotation player. How to put it? I think optional is the word. He could play left wing, right wing, centre forward. Buendia can left wing, right wing, Cam, centre forward. I think very good for that front three as well. Danny Ings is injured at least half a season. I think Danny Ings is a great player for an Aston Villa, but like, I don't know, I'm a bit iffy on the signing. Watkins get pushed out to left now. I'm not be so sure on that for Aston Villa fans really. But yeah, Conference League for Aston Villa getting top 6. Right, now we're on to top 6. I think people are going to laugh at me for this one. Arsenal 6th. I think Ben White, good sign for the defence, shores up the defence. I don't think he's as bad as people making out to be. I just think don't think he's worth the price. I don't think he's worth $50 million. I think he's a good defender. I just don't think he's worth 50 million. I don't think he can really compare Varane and Ben White, like the transfer. Like Varane 1 week on one week. Imagine not paying 34 million with 1 week left on his contract. That would be mad. 34 million, 1 year left on his contract. He wouldn't be that cheap if he didn't have a year left on his contract. Ben White, young English tax. Obviously, first, obviously, I think everyone was like, Ben White, 50 million for on 34. But once you think about it yourself, you realise, well, shouldn't really be comparing these. But yeah, Arsenal, they won't have obviously European football to worry about. They'll be fully focused on the Premier League and FA Cup. Actually, yeah, I'll do a FA Cup, Carabao Cup predictions as well, maybe. But yeah, Arsenal 6th. Now, I think in 5th place going to be Leicester. I think obviously they've had great signings with obviously Bertrand. I think it's going to be good option left back. I think Daka is a great sign up front. I think Vestergaard. Don't think it's a bad signing. I just think they needed a quick fix for obviously Fofana getting injured. Don't know what they'll do with him really. When Fofana comes back, because obviously you have Johnny Evans, Söyüncü, Fofana. Then don't think Vestergaard want to be really like backup to a backup. But yeah, I think Leicester pushing for top 4 definitely. Don't think they will get top 4. Definitely not. They always kind of bottle at the end. But I don't think it'll happen this year. I think top 4. I'd be madly surprised if Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City or Man United don't get top 4. I think that's definitely top 4. But yeah, Leicester 5th. 4th place. Liverpool fans are going to be really pissed at me here. It's Liverpool. And I can give my reasons here. Injuries. No doubt in my mind that big players going to get injured again somewhere throughout the season. Even if it's Salah, if it's Arnold, if it's Robertson, if it's Van Dijk again, if it's Kanate, if it's Alisson, if it's Henderson, if it's Fabinho. It'll be big for their team if they get one injury. I don't think that They made enough reinforcements. Only Kanate. They needed midfielders. They don't have many attacking options for midfield. The only really attacking-ish options they have for midfield are Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Let's be honest, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is as stable as a piece of paper. Curtis Jones, not there yet for Liverpool. Obviously, great young talent. Just give him a season 2 and we'll really see it. Curtis Jones pick up in the Premier League. Any of these, I think, the next option as well, I think they could easily change well. Even second place as well. Even first place. I think anyone in this top 4 could finish anywhere. Without a doubt. But yeah, Liverpool fans, don't be too pissed. Fourth. I think third place, sorry. It's my team, Manchester United. I think not enough investment again by the Glazers, trying to blind you. Wait, it's been 3 weeks since they announced an agreement in quotation marks, aka aka 2 days, but they can't be bothered. Obviously there's a visa issue that should be done in sort in 3 days. How come PSG can get Messi done in less than 4? United take 3 weeks to get Rafael Varane done. Same business, not blinding anyone. Obviously Rafael Varane, great sign centre back. Won't have him for the Leeds game. Not even announced yet. Image rights, I don't believe that one bit. It's just a sorry excuse. Same, they tried to use that in Bruno. Sancho took ages to get announced as well. Only started training Monday. Sancho has to start tomorrow as well because Martial, people aren't realising. Martial said himself he needs a couple of weeks to get fit. Cavani's only back 3 days. Obviously Rashford shoulder injury. So your front three is going to have to be James, Greenwood and Sancho, and that just proves that we're not as strong in front three positions as we think we are. Obviously, but yeah, I think any of these 4 positions could change. I was saying I'd love United to win the league. Don't see it happen though. We needed a CDM and a backup right back. We didn't get them because the Glazers saving their money again. Penny pinching. Third, United. Now I think second place is going to be Chelsea. I think they're going to be pushing for a title, better title challenge than United's was. Pathetic. Really kept first for I think 2 weeks it was. Yeah. But signing somehow they announced Lukaku before United announced Varane. Mad. But yeah, Lukaku up front. They needed a proven goal scorer. They needed someone that's a target man, that poaches, that can score any chance you give him. Really, I think Lukaku. I didn't think it worked out. I think it was right to sell him. Some people are saying, "Oh, we should never sold him. We should have sold him. He didn't fit our system." I think he fits Thomas Tuchel's system perfectly. Obviously now Werner has someone to play off like he did at Leipzig. Suits him. I think that's going to help him as well. I think Havertz might have a breakout season. Chelsea fans, get excited. Second. Now first place. I don't think anyone could not see this coming. Harry Kane coming in. Jack Grealish. Well, it's hard to say, but they could go and be in. I think their weakest spot in their team is left back is Zinchenko. Maybe they could have got a new left back, but it hurts me saying it away. This team could win Champions League either. I don't think it'd be clear on. I think there might be 2 options for attack. But they could easily, if they could easily run away with it here. Obviously, you got Edison goals. You got Walker, Cancelo right back. You got Diaz, Stones, Laporte. Ake doesn't play much for Man City as much as I thought. And he's 40 million playing on the reserves. Left back you got Zinchenko. You can play Cancelo there either. Fernandinho, Rodri, Grealish play centre mid. De Bruyne, Foden, Bernardo Silva, but he's leaving. Gundogan. Then they're attacking. Like it's just mental. Their attacking options: Grealish, Harry Kane, Sterling. Foden obviously, De Bruyne can play false 9, Mahrez, it's just unbelievable. how much players they have, the depth that they have. Be a real struggle for any team to get close to them this season. But let's see. I think this will be an exciting Premier League season. But my Champions League predictions is PSG, Man City. I'm kind of torn between those two. I don't want to say Man City, but yeah. Look at their team. Got Champions League final last season. They could do it again. PSG, obvious favourites now after signing Messi, Sergio Ramos, Donnarumma is a great keeper, probably top 4 in the world. Wijnaldum, Hakimi, so many options. FA Cup, I think. See, Champions League go to anyone though, I think. But FA Cup, I think Arsenal or United even. I think that could be a good trophy route for both teams. I think Arsenal don't have European football to concentrate on. It's either they get knocked out early of the FA Cup or they win the whole thing. Carabao Cup, I think, goes to Pep. He loves a good old Carabao Cup, doesn't he? And Europa League, I think it goes to... Oh, that's a hard option, Didn't think of the Europa League one. I wouldn't thought that on the spot. Right, I'll come back to you in Discord maybe, or maybe another video to let you know about the Europa League, who I think's going to win it. But lads, I hope you enjoyed the video. It took a long time to edit, because obviously you have to edit, do different parts, record it, think what I'm doing, blah blah blah, reshoot. I've been doing this for about probably an hour, 15 minutes now. Long video, but I enjoyed it. Fair enough. Yeah. Fabrizio Romano just confirmed it won't be announced tonight, but contracts are signed. I think we knew that. I think we knew they wouldn't announce it at 11 o'clock tonight, would we? But yeah. See you guys, and hopefully enjoy the video and enjoy the new season. Hopefully you'll have some watch alongs.